Drug-driving teen who killed two men in horror crash faces new police probe after giving his version of events for the first time during inquest. Max Coopy, 17, replied no comment when he was arrested him over two deaths. Arrested over deaths of workmates John Slee and Jason Emy in August 2018. Silence and lack of witnesses left police reliant on collision investigation report. Coopy admitted to smoking cannabis before incident at Royal Berkshire Hotel by Andy Dolan for the Daily Mail. Published 22:02 Greenwich Mean Time, the 27th of October 2019. Updated 22:43 Greenwich Mean Time, the 27th of October 2019. Max Coopy, then 17, gave no comment answers in interviews to police after he was arrested over the deaths of workmates outside the Royal Berkshire Hotel. Ascot, the words of a drug-driving teenager who escaped jail despite mowing down two men, are being reviewed by police after he gave his first account of the offense at an inquest into their deaths. Police officer's son Max Coopy, then 17, gave no comment answers in interviews to police after he was arrested over the deaths of workmates John Slee and Jason Emy in August last year, just 2 months after passing his driving test. His silence, and a lack of witnesses to the late-night crash outside the hotel where the men were staying, left police reliant on a collision investigation report. Thames Valley Police concluded Coopy's driving of his father's £35,000 Audi A5 was not dangerous but did not consult the Crown Prosecution Service (CPS). As a result, Coopy, who had a string of previous convictions, faced a drug-driving charge, rather than death by dangerous or careless driving, which carry jail terms of 14 years and 5 years respectively. Yesterday, as the families of Mr. Slee, 61, from Milton Keynes, and Mr. Emy, 48, from Twickenham, southwest London, called on police to reopen the case, it emerged that officers were reviewing statements Coopy gave at the inquest. It raises the prospect of Coopy, who was given 100 hours of community service at Reading Youth Court and banned from the road for 2 years over the fatal crash, potentially being re-arrested and charged again. Victim, John Slee, 61, from Milton Keynes, was killed in August last year. His family are calling on police to reopen the case. Victim, Jason Emy, 48, from Twickenham, southwest London, pictured with his wife Sarah Coopy, pictured, who admitted smoking cannabis before the crash, said, "I first braked when they were on the pavement because they are looking out on the road as if they are going to cross." Mr. Slee's daughter Danielle, 31, said, "Coopy is basically sat there laughing at us. We cannot rest and we cannot grieve. We are not getting any justice and we are not being treated properly. How can you get behind the wheel of a car while you are high on drugs, kill 2 people and not go to prison?" Family lawyers say Coopy's account of the crash at Sunning Hill, Berkshire, suggests he may have been speeding, which should have led to the CPS to consider charging him with causing death by dangerous driving. They believe the police investigation was flawed and are baffled why officers did not submit a file of evidence to the CPS. Coopy, now 18, lives in a £1 million house in Ascot with his parents, Russell, a sergeant in the Met, and Catherine Coopy, who until last year was a school's liaison officer in the same force. He broke his silence over the fatal incident outside the Royal Berkshire Hotel at an inquest on July 8. Coopy, who admitted smoking cannabis before the crash, said, "I first braked when they were on the pavement because they are looking out on the road as if they are going to cross." Nicholas Hincliffe QC, for the families, said a tire mark on the road matching the